Welcome to the Daily Coffee Pro friends. Today's episode of the podcast is brought to you by Elixir Specialty Coffee. Looks like whiskey, feels like a tea, made from coffee, and unlike anything you've ever tasted before, Elixir is available at elixirspecialtycoffee.com. Use your code IMAPPERFORWARD to get 10% off your first order today. And if you're interested in becoming an Elixir dealer, contact us through our contact page and let's set up a discussion today. Today on the Daily Coffee Pro by Map It Forward, we are continuing a bit of a theme of this week, which is about planning specifically for your 2020 in coffee. Today, we release a blog article about planning for the next decade of your career in coffee or your business in coffee. And earlier this week, we did a podcast episode on what that looks like. So today I want to talk about the specifics of your next year. What does 2020 look like for you in coffee? We're going to look at this in three different areas. We're going to look at this as what your 2020 would look like if you're a professional, what it looks like if you're a business owner, and what it looks like if you are transitioning from becoming a professional into becoming a business owner. So let's start with if you're a professional. How do you approach planning your 2020? So this comes off the back of having a 10-year map. And a 10-year map is really important to have so that you can know what your focuses are over a 10-year period, and you can isolate what your goals are going to be within a given 12 months of any part of your career map. Now, if you haven't got a 10-year career map, I suggest that you go and read the blog post that we released today. And further to that, I would suggest taking the online webinar, Barista and Beyond, planning a successful 10-year career in the coffee industry. And it's got a wealth of knowledge in there about how to do this, how to set your life currencies, how to build wealth in that. And you also get an actual copy of the barista map, the 10-year barista map. But if you're a professional, if next year is going to be a year that you intend on working for somebody and not working for yourself, or considering working for yourself, what needs to happen next year is that you should think about what your theme will be for next year. Think about what you want to have achieved by the end of next year, what it feels like, what it looks like, what the wealth you've created through your life currencies is going to be. When you've felt what the end of 2020 feels like, then what I want you to do is consider what it is that you need to put in place at the beginning of the year to set you up for achieving the goals that you're looking at achieving by the end of the year. So for example, if next year you want to have competed in the US Coffee Champs, and that's the thing that you want to have achieved by the end of the year. Well, being at the beginning of the year and preparing from now for what the beginning of next year looks like for you, you should be framing your mindset in what it is that you need and who it is you need to talk to and what the things are that you need to research in order for you to start fulfilling the goals of having competed in the US Coffee Champs. Go ahead and do that. If as a coffee professional, another alternative is that you would like to change jobs, well then start preparing of how you're going to approach that journey from the beginning of the year and what the goals that you need to achieve throughout that process are going to be. Now, if you're a business owner looking at approaching 2020, I implore you to read the blog post that we posted and have a look at what your 10-year career map really should look like as a business owner. And then take a look at all the specifics that I've written in there about building wealth and what your life currencies are. next year, the first year of the next decade, should be focused on you considering what you want to have achieved by 2030 and what the new learnings you need to focus on. What are the brand new skills that you'll need to focus on to take you and your business to where you're trying to get to in 2030? And it's a wonderfully exciting time at the beginning of a decade, because everything feels fresh, it feels new, it feels exciting, it feels like there's so much potentiality in the first year of a new decade. So consider what it is that you need to learn as a professional business owner. Speaking from example, my focuses are going to be on learning how to build online communities. I want to dive deeper into understanding the financial back end of businesses and how to build the financial aspects of corporations. Elixir Specialty Coffee is a corporation, it's not an LLC, and it's exciting for me to understand the back end of how the books work at an intricate level. And that's a challenge for me. As well, I want to understand more about the economic side of the coffee supply chain. And so they're just 3 examples of the heavy, deep learning that I'm going to dive into next year. With that, I do have a little announcement. I've been working over the last 12 months on my number one life currency, which is peace of mind. And social media is a real suck of peace of mind. It really zaps a lot of my peace of mind. And so I'm working at increasing my wealth of peace of mind by decreasing the number of social platforms that I have to work on. And so I'm transitioning away from a couple of platforms and testing out a few things, and combining that with one of the big learning things that I want to do for next year, which is learning how to build an engaging online community. We will be starting a new mastermind group in Telegram. And I have been working very hard to try and understand which will be the best platform for this. I was considering doing this on WhatsApp, but long-term WhatsApp is very limiting. It's also owned by Facebook, and I'm trying to get away from things that are owned by Facebook because they have demonstrated, both in my previous iteration of entrepreneurship in my music business and in this iteration, they give you access to things for free, and then when you've invested a lot of time and effort into building an audience, they slap you with only financial ways to build an audience. And I don't want to be a part of that. So I'm not getting off Instagram by any way, shape or form. That is still going to happen. But building my community is going to be happening on Telegram at the moment. Well, we're going to try it out, and we're going to build a mastermind group there. So if you are wanting to share in building a mastermind group where people share their ideas together around building a career and building a business, I'm going to be posting in there every weekday. I'm off social media on weekends as much as I can be from now on, hopefully, fingers crossed. But head to t.me/map-it-forward-mastermind and become a part of this mastermind group. And we're going to be sharing ideas from particularly now till the end of the year and moving into next year about how we're all planning for the next 12 months and beyond. So what does your career map look like? What are you finding challenging about it? You don't need to have taken the workshops to have a career map. It's just that taken the workshops will be much more informative for you in how it will inform you better in how to take a career map, how to build your own career map. Now, the third category we said we're going to talk about is what if you're in between being a professional and being a business owner? So if you are entering 2020 in the transitionary phase of your professional life where you're hoping to either next year or the year after transition into becoming a business owner, this is the time for you to start focusing on leadership, focusing on understanding how to read financial statements. This is the first year of a new career map for you. So what should be happening is that you are understanding how to get ahead of what the challenges are that you anticipate. One way to do this, find the right mentors. Find people who have done this many years ahead of you. Not just someone who's 2 or 3 years ahead of you, but many years ahead of you in doing what you are wanting to do. Having the right mentors and getting the right education ahead of you actually going ahead and doing what it is you want to do in business. Again, that's understanding leadership and what your leadership style is, as well as understanding how to read financial statements, how to build a brand, what a concept is. We've got lots of content on the podcast about all of this stuff, but if that is in your wheelhouse, next year is the year to do that. Don't wait until you've opened a business to start focusing on that kind of thing. I hope this has been helpful. Peace, love, and peanut butter. Have an amazing rest of your day, friends.